Well, it is March 16th. Do you even remember what your New Year's resolutions were for 2017? Coming up next, author Mae McCarthy is here with tips to retool your resolutions and how to stay on track for the rest of the year.
Good morning. We're just over 2 months into the new year, and are you sticking with your New Year's resolutions? If you've already given up, Marianne has ways to retool the rest of your year.
I found some great statistics online, right? According to a website, Statistic Brain, about 41% of people make resolutions, 72% maintain them through the first week, but by May or so, more than half have dropped off to just under 46%. That doesn't really sound great for resolutions.
No.
Mae McCarthy is here. She's an author and also an expert on this kind of thing who's going to help you retool your resolutions.
Right.
Because it's March, and you're right. I don't even remember what I might have made resolution-wise at the beginning of the year.
Most people forget that. They forget where their list is. I love asking friends and family, do you know where your list is?
Should be right up here, but I don't know. So why do we make resolutions and then we just fall off the wagon?
Well, I think life gets in the way, certainly. And it's also not something that we're used to doing. We end up having our daily routine. We immediately go for our devices and we start being involved in the world and in our work and our families, and we don't get a chance to really keep our goals at the forefront of our thoughts every morning.
Yeah, we just get caught up in stuff. All right, so we've got some ideas for you on retooling your resolutions. Number one is assess your resolutions.
Right. Take a look at what it is that you want and figure out a way to describe what the outcome is going to be. I mean, a lot of times people will say things like they want to be debt-free or they want to lose 10 pounds.
Right.
Well, think about that goal for a minute. If the goal is to be wanting to lose, haven't they already achieved it?
You're right.
They're already wanting to lose.
Whoa, you're right. So you should think about how you're going to go about doing that, not just the wanting, because you're right, you're already doing that.
Well, actually, what you want to do is describe what the outcome would be. This is something that professional business people, athletes, musicians do, is they constantly are thinking about what's the end goal. What does it look like when I've lost those 10 pounds?
Yeah.
Well, I'm healthy, I'm physically fit, trim, toned, energetic, in a body that feels beautiful and energized throughout the day.
So that makes for good motivation.
Right, so you want to
figure out how you can do
revisit that every single day.
Wow,
as though
love
it's already
that.
complete, and in every area of your life.
Yeah, so words matter, which brings us to number two, choose your words well. Kind of on that same line, on the same
Right,
time?
well, a lot of people will also describe what they don't want, thinking that they're describing what they want. And our subconscious is a really interesting vehicle because it will show us evidence of anything that we're putting attention on. So I don't want my boss to treat me poorly. I don't want my coworkers to be upset with me. Well, guess what? You're going to see evidence of your boss treating you poorly and your coworkers being upset. So describe what your harmonious relationships are. Describe what appreciation looks like at work, in your family, and your friends.
Right, so if it's like they say, you put it out to the universe and the universe will key in on what you're saying, what your message is, maybe not always the way that you want to. Number three is rely on repetition.
Repetition reaps rewards, all right? So making sure you set aside time every single morning to describe your goals out loud as though they're already complete with gratitude. What that will do is keep it at the forefront of your thoughts so that you can notice evidence all day. It's kind of like the last time you bought a car.
Yeah.
As you were really thinking about owning that new car, didn't you start to see that model driving around everywhere?
Yes, you do.
Started noticing evidence.
You do. You're right.
So you're going to do the same thing every morning. Set aside some time and review your goals every day. Just 15, 20 minutes.
All right.
Look at them and see yourself in that completed goal.
And last but not least, regroove your mind.
Right. When we have goals that are bigger than anything that we've ever achieved before or different than anything we've had, we have an interesting issue show up, and that is that our brain doesn't believe that we can achieve it. So any of these subconscious and intuitive messages that would normally guide us to seeing evidence of progress towards our goals end up getting on mute. See, we have these neural pathways in our brains that are tied to beliefs and behaviors. So if we have a new belief that is consistent with our bigger goal, our different goal, then we're able to achieve it. And the way that we regroove our mind to have a stronger neural pathway that's tied to that new belief is through repetition, revisiting your goals every single day.
I love that idea. All right, and in your normal life, this is one of the books you've written, The Path to Wealth, help people find prosperity?
Right. Inc. magazine said that this is a routine that primes your brain for success.
Oh, I like that
Yeah.
sound of that. All right, it's called The Path to Wealth. Mae McCarthy is the author. Thank you for the advice.
Thank
It's not
you.
too late. We're only a couple months into the year. You can completely start over, a do-over for the new year. Thank you for being with us this
Thank
morning.
you for having
Yeah, I love
me.
it. Back to you.
Thank you.